Why at a time like this, when Nigel Bradham might not even play on Sunday, why at a time like this would the Eagles release Zach Brown? Why? I understand that he was in the wrong entirely while talking about Kirk Cousins. I understand that. I understand he was avoiding all questions about him after the game. I understand that. But you don't do it right before the game against the Cowboys for the division lead. You don't do that. You just don't do that. I don't care how wrong he is. You just don't do it. What is going on, everybody? Today's video topic is really on one guy and one guy only, and it's Zach Brown. Linebacker. I don't know why all of a sudden the Eagles have released him. Don't really understand it. I do, in a sense, understand that he didn't back up his play. He didn't back up his trash talk. But I don't know if that's okay to release a guy. I'm not understanding why they released him. Yeah, you can suspend a guy. Like the Patriots just suspended Michael Bennett for a game for a confrontation with a coach or a player. But why? Why are you releasing him? He's the second leader in tackles on the team. You don't release a guy that has done nothing wrong in this aspect of playing football. Okay, yeah, he talks smack. He didn't back it up. We get embarrassed by the Vikings. But why is it okay to release him? That's my question. I don't understand it. And we have a lot of good management. GM, owner, coach. We have that. I don't know what went through Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson, and Jeffrey Lurie's mind to say, we're going into AT&T Stadium next week, and possibly without Nigel Bradham, and we're going to release Zach Brown, who is the second leader in tackles on the entire team. I'm not really understanding it. And there obviously had to have been other problems, because you don't release a guy for talking smack. I mean, it's a part of the game. I don't know. Kind of confusing to me. He was playing fine. He never had a big game. He never had a terrible game. He was playing fine, and they released him on the fact that I personally think that it was just off of he didn't put his money where his mouth was, and they just were sick and tired of it. And I think, I just don't know. Talking about Zach Brown for 13 minutes is not something that I want to do. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Zach Brown is obviously the main topic of this video, but I want to talk about the secondary a little bit and the Cowboys game coming up. Now, I was sitting in my car today between classes watching some highlights from 2017. Some Eagles highlights. Not just Eagles highlights, Eagles defensive highlights. And I don't understand why. There's a lot of misunderstandings in this video, especially on the defensive side of the ball from the Eagles. Where has the Ronald Darby and Rasul Douglas, where have they gone? What has stopped them from playing the type of brand of football that we know they can play? I'm not saying they can go out there and intercept the ball every play. Nobody does that. Jalen Ramsey doesn't do that. Patrick Peterson doesn't do that. Nobody intercepts a ball every play. I don't expect them to. But the fact that they're not even close to the receivers, and I know Darby hasn't played in a while, but even when he played, he was not close to Julio. He was not close to Ridley at all. And I don't understand why. It's confusing to me. What happened to them? Jalen Mills hopefully comes back this week because it's better than what we have out there right now. It is. It's personally better, and we all know that. I personally like Orlando Scandrick. I think he's a solid veteran player. He had a good week against the Jets. Yeah, they had a backup quarterback in. Yeah, they didn't get past like the 30-yard line. Other than that, the missed play on the punt. I don't think Scandrick's the problem. I think Sidney Jones is a problem. And I think he gets burnt every play. And I don't think he's good. And I think he's atrocious, especially on Sunday. I think he was the worst I've ever seen him. He was supposed to be a first-round talent, and I don't know what happened to him. Nobody knows what has happened to Sidney Jones. He's always injured. He's never healthy. He's literally always injured. Every game it seems like he's going out for a couple plays. Oh, my thigh. Oh, my quad. And I get it. Injuries happen. It's football. It's a rough sport. But you're not even close to the guys. You're not even close to Diggs to jam them up. You're not even close to Thielen to jam them up and maybe get some contact into you. You're just sitting there, getting burnt, and then you make the tackle after they already had the ball in their hands, but they're in the end zone already. It doesn't matter. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen against Dallas. Amari Cooper could play, could not play. It's kind of 50-50 right now. That's what officials on the Cowboys side are saying. If Cooper plays, he's going to do to us what Thielen and Diggs did on Sunday. And Dak is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. He is. It's just the facts. He's not better than Wentz, but he's better than Kirk Cousins. And he will look for Cooper because that's what he does. He looks for Cooper. He looks for Gallup. You can't double one of them or the other one's going to be streaking down the field wide open for a touchdown. You can't double team Cooper because if you do, somebody will be open. And that's usually what happens when you double team players, but at least the linebackers have in the past stepped up. And this year they are just non-existent. The linebackers and the cornerbacks are just non-existent. And I don't know what is happening with the defense. The front, the D linemen have looked better in the past couple weeks. But the Cowboys' offensive line is good. And even they don't have La'el Collins and they don't have Tyrone Smith. They might have them this week. I don't know. I don't follow the Cowboys. I have no idea what's going on with them. All I know is that Cooper could play. That's the only thing I've heard from over on the Cowboys side. But if Cooper plays, he could have a big day. If he doesn't play, I think the Eagles secondary will get some confidence, and I think they will get a lot of stops. And I personally believe that. I don't think Michael Gallup is anywhere close to even... he's like a downgrade to Aguilar. I mean, I think Aguilar's better than Gallup. Gallup's been good for a solid season and a half, maybe, probably even not. I don't even think he played half the season last year. He's good, he's fast. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. He's not a number one. He's Juju, if anything. Look what Juju Smith-Schuster's doing down in Pittsburgh. He's not doing a thing because everybody's focused on just him. And he hasn't gotten as many touches. He might catch all the balls because they've had a backup quarterback in for the last they had a backup in since like week 1. they're obviously going to look for the best receiver. Even if he's double covered, they don't know any better. It's a backup quarterback. They're going out there. They're showing what they got. Hopefully they can get a contract somewhere else. That's what a backup does. It's just, I don't know. This Cowboys game could definitely be, it's going to be big. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's the biggest game of the season for both sides so far this season. But, I mean, if Cooper doesn't play, I expect a big win. If Cooper does play, I expect a win. Not as big, but I expect a win. I expect the Philadelphia Eagles to go down in Dallas, AT&T Stadium, and I expect a W, and then off to Buffalo. That's what I expect. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We've gained 3, 4, or 5 followers since yesterday's videos, and that's great. You guys are working. 75 more for the giveaway. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace. Go Birds.